God, dog. Got the valve off. Can't hardly read it, but Citrol from Schaefer's. It's another use for it. Horn picked up a little bit. It hit, what it hit, 180, 170. Needed to do a little bit better than that. Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you are watching Triple R Farms, and it is Friday, September the 19th. And yeah, we are back filming. It's been a little while since I put out a video, but we've had a crazy week and a half, and it all started with the seed house filling up with corn. When you see us loading our trucks out of the field, they're coming to our seed house down here where the grain dryer is. Normally we're drying the grain and then it's going through the dryer, going into the top of the seed house, and basically we're filling up a giant warehouse. And then we have contracted trucks which are constantly coming in there as we're bringing corn in. Wayne is loading contract trucks which are hauling to the buying point, and that's how everything works. We got to have trucks hauling out as trucks are coming in, or we'll start filling up. And the buying point started filling up with corn. They weren't taking any more trucks, and it's been like that for about a week and a half. So that has got everything slammed full, so we cannot really do anything. So what we've been doing is every now and then, some days they don't send any contract trucks, some days they'll send like 2 or 3. When they do that, we'll go out to the field, cut 2 or 3 truckloads, replace those in there, and then everything's full again. So that's kind of how this whole week and a half has been going as far as the corn harvest. So that has slowed everything up. And then Dad got COVID, then I got COVID, and then I think everybody had COVID, and so we're all trying to work having COVID and being sick and all that. And then on top of that, our 8285 tractor, the front tire, I guess got flat and it ran off the rim. So Dad was over there jacking it up, and it kind of was at an angle. It wasn't flat, so he had to use 2 jacks, and they were jacking at the same time. One of the jacks slipped, hit his his finger, cut it all the way to the bone, cut a tendon, and actually broke his finger. So he had to go have surgery in the middle of all this going on. So that's kind of how it's been going for the last week and a half. So I hadn't really been able to do any kind of filming because we just had too much chaos going on. Hopefully all that's behind us. And they were supposed to send like 20 to 30 contract trucks yesterday to load out of the seed house. So hopefully that happened, which we're going to go down there and take a look and see if it did. But hopefully we got some room to cut today. And later on in the video, we're going to be defoliating cotton. Yeah, it is time to defoliate and start picking some cotton. So y'all sit back and enjoy the video, and let's get this baby started. Tap on it now. Ho, that's it. Now go up a little bit. Use the right hand. Alright, we got two. Huh? About right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can hold about 8 loads. Oh boy. Whew. We are almost at the door. Golly. So now we're gonna head over in the valley and do our normal routine of getting the combines ready. Both of our 18-wheelers are loaded with corn. They got to get those emptied, and then both of the grain carts in the valley are full, so they will get those loaded on the trucks this morning. Full now. Going in? Got an issue with my combine. It's been happening this season a couple of times, and it was giving me a code late yesterday afternoon that my pre-fuel filter was stopped up. When that happens, it's not the filter, it's the screen in the bottom of the tank. What we have to do is, for some reason, I've got something in my tank that's stopping up this little screen, but we take this off, we take that off, and then that'll spin around. Anyway, it's got a little screen up in here to catch any kind of debris before it goes into your line, before it goes to your fuel filter. Nasty job, but got to do it so we can get going. Need that.
Okay.
You gotta take that one out so you can go all the way around.
Okay.
It won't let you go around.
Yes.
I don't want to get wet.
This is bad.
God. Got him.
One day you probably drain this thing, you turn this thing out.
Woo! I'm not sure what we got in my tank, but that is what it looks like every time. And it is nasty. Nasty looking, like black. Looks like black algae. God, dog.
Got the valve still
Cut the valve off. Oh, that went right in my face. God, dog. Whew. That wasn't good. Oh my gosh. You want any of that? Can't hardly read it, but Citrol from Schaefer's. It's another use for it.
Chocolate bubble. I've tried all the tricks I know.
I got that diesel shot all over me.
Cut the valve off.
Cut the valve off.
Oh shit.
I'm blowing it out.
Yeah.
And I'm blowing it back through the valve. And then I went to screw it back on, and that thing came out and shot me right all over me. There she is.
All right, got a combine now.
Hold on. Whew. All right, let's rock and roll. Sorry guys, that's all the drone footage I could get. When lightning struck my combine, it knocked out the guidance, and it is impossible to drive a combine manually and fly a drone and get drone footage. I tried it, that's all I could get, but it is really hard to do. See this right here? This is probably gonna be the weakest field that we have this year, because all this is where water stood. Corn plants just did not have a chance. It's gonna be couple of areas out here in the field where the water just goes nowhere, and they're probably gonna look like this, but there's nothing we could do about it this year. Like this whole area right here, we're kind of going uphill. I'm sure y'all can't tell, but it's got a gradual slope, so all of this down here in the bottom, I don't know what it's going to yield, but it's going to be the weakest corn we got. Once we start getting uphill onto some drier dirt, the yield's going to pick up. So the variety is Great Heart 7500, and also it's a custom variety because we put strong soil in furrows, so we gave it a custom name. It's Great Heart. It's HT 7500 strong soil. That's we label it like that as a custom variety, so it'll keep up exactly what the strong soil, what we put in furrow, what it yielded, versus where we did not have it in there. So that's why we gave it a custom name like that. But right now we're at like 151, but we're still in the wet area. Need that to pick up though. I mean, the plant looks excellent. Good looking, healthy plant. It all looks uniform. It's just this field needs a dry weather year. If you're gonna plant corn in this field, it just does not need a lot of rain. So water was the issue, but the plants look good. I need to put a little bit more on you. Not quite full. We'll top him off when we get to the end, but corn picked up a little bit. It hit, what it hit, 180, 170. I'm very surprised that it's yielding what it is, because I thought it was going to be way less than that. I've seen this field right here. When you get those 5-inch rains, 4-inch rains in the spring, water just has nowhere to go, and the corn will just die. I've seen it where there's hardly any corn out here in this bottom. So for it to be yielding that good, I'll take it, because that means that there's going to be other parts of this field that are going to yield really good, because we're just in the worst part of the field. So yeah, I'll take it. And just like that, everything is full again. Grain bin is full, 2 trucks are full, grain carts are full. That's it. That's all we can do today. Ready, old girl? looks like they're not going to be sending any contract trucks to haul corn out of our shed today, and it doesn't look good for the rest of the week. So probably won't be harvesting any corn today, so we're going to go defoliate some cotton. I thought we were going to get started at Gray Rocks, but Dad wants to get started close. So we're going to head up there to the gravel pit. So instead of going 40 miles up the road, we're going to go 6 miles that way. And I'll explain what I'm putting out on defoliating the cotton, the chemical and the rates and all that, and I'll also explain what defoliating cotton means once we get there. So got a 6 mile little jog up the road, so let's get going. Alright, so we made it up here to the gravel pit, so let's walk out there in the cotton and I'll explain to you what we're trying to do when we say we're going to defoliate cotton. Alright, so the two goals that we're trying to achieve when we defoliate cotton is we're trying to make all of these leaves fall off the plant. You don't want any leaves on the plant. And then any of these bowls, just like this one, that have not opened up like this, we're trying to make all these open up into a pickable bowl of cotton. Just like that. That is what you want. So you're looking at like anywhere from 10 to 14 days to make all this chemical work like we want it, where there's no leaves on the plant and all the bowls are open. And I'll go over the rates that I'm using on the chemical, and you can kind of play around with these rates, all depending on weather conditions, how dry you are, how wet you are. And then the other thing is, how far along is the cotton? You know, does it have a lot of leaves on it? Does it have a lot of bowls? Does it not have a lot of bowls? So the rates you can play around with, but I'll tell you what I'm going to be putting out on this cotton. Alright, so we're going to be using Ethafon, I guess that's how you say that. Anyway, we're going to be using a quart to the acre of that. We're going to be using Folex, 6 ounces to the acre of that. TDZ. We're going to be using 3 ounces of that. And of course, we're going to be using our Schaefer's wet saw as our surfactant. And I think gallon per acre, my rate, I think I'm going to go with probably going to do 15 gallons to the acre. So that's how much volume of water is going to be going out per acre. And the reason I usually do 10 when I'm normally doing like herbicide work, so you can cover more acres. But anyway, I'm going to do 15 gallons because you really want a lot of boom pressure. A lot of pressure to get that spray down in that cotton plant all the way down to the bottom leaves and bottom bowls and everything. You want to basically fog it in there. So we're going to do 15 gallons and we'll have a ton of boom pressure. finishing up our first load, and I don't know. It's hard to tell what this cotton's gonna do, but I do know this. It will look a lot different in 10 to 14 days. Hopefully it will be a solid white field. But yeah, we're gonna be doing this the rest of the afternoon, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap up the video. So thanks for watching another one with us, guys. We really appreciate y'all watching our videos, and if you want to do me a favor, click that thumb, means you like the video. It helps out our channel. And if you want to subscribe, Triple R Farms logo up here, just click that. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. To just notify you when I put another video out. Yeah, that's it, and we'll see y'all on the next one. We're out. See you.